So what a weird few days that I just had. It feels... This is a weird vlog to be doing, but I wanted to do it because rewind even 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, and I kept everything to myself and I never said anything, and I feel that I've really changed as a person. And obviously if I do a video like this, it helps others, and so that's what I'm thinking of. However, I'm also hoping that my outcome is going to be very good, but I can imagine there's a lot of women sat in my position where the outcome isn't as good, which makes me very upset and makes me shiver. I don't know other word to say. On Saturday or Friday, I got out of the bath and there's a mirror in front, and I don't normally like looking at the mirror because I don't like myself. Not since I had Frankie Jack. My figure is just appalling now. Not that I was ever happy with it before. Anyway, that doesn't matter. And I noticed on my left boob a red mark. And so I thought, right, let's have a look at this a little bit closer. So I did, and it was like a red blood blister. It's not really clear, but you get an idea of what it is. So I thought, right, I need to keep an eye on this. I showed Gary, and Gary was like, I think you need to go and get it sorted. I said, listen, I think I need to keep an eye on it. Let's see where it goes. So Saturday it was the same. Sunday it had grown. And then yesterday, which was Monday, so this is why I didn't vlog. My vlog's ready to go, but I wasn't in the right mindset, and I didn't put anything out on Instagram. If anybody follows me, you'll probably notice. So basically, then it started to bleed a little and weep. This is far clearer, and this is the picture that I sent to the doctor. And I always tell people you must Google and get as much information as you can to find out. Otherwise, I would never have found out about the iron deficiency from my friend telling me. If I hadn't done all the Googling, that unfortunately NHS are a little bit behind with everything, and then my iron deficiency would never have been sorted. If you want to go and have a look at any of my iron videos, they are just down below. However, this is a little bit of a different situation, and I need to get it sorted ASAP. Without going into too much detail, I know somebody that didn't get theirs checked soon enough, and unfortunately they ended up passing away at my age. So I think you can hear I'm a little bit scared. So anyway, it started with blood, and then it started weeping a little bit, and I just thought, oh geez, I need to get this looked at. So I sent a picture into my GP, and they asked to see me this morning, but I was supposed to be working, so I've had to cancel. But my boss is, and I'm not kidding you when I say this, she is awesome and very respectful, and very loving, a very caring person. So she's moved my days because I'm self-employed, so then that's the worry about the money and all that kind of thing. So she's moved my days, and I'm now going to be working the back end of the week. I know some of the stories that I'm reading about treatments being delayed because of COVID, and I'm a little bit frightened of that. So I've actually booked in tomorrow, so that's why my boss has moved me to the end of the week. I booked in tomorrow to actually go to a private breast specialist to get myself completely and utterly checked out. Although in my heart, but I might be wrong, I do think it is just a blood blister. But when you Google it, it's skin irritation, it could be a blood blister, it could be a skin infection, it could be a knock, which causes a blood blister, or it could be a rare and aggressive form of cancer, which is called IBC. So what is on my left boob is identical to those pictures of IBC, but I'm not saying it is, okay? I'm not saying it is, but obviously we have to check these things out. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is to say that if anything comes up on you, just get yourself checked. Don't dilly-dally, don't wait around. I know a lot of people won't be able to afford what I'm doing. I'll give you a price breakdown of what I'm going to go and do tomorrow and where I'm going, because I've just been to the GP now, and he said the same. He doesn't think it's anything to worry about, which I totally respect, and I get, and I think the same. However, neither of us have x-ray vision, so remember that. So even though that GP was brilliant, he thoroughly examined me, but nobody has x-ray vision. So Gary and I will be going over to Manchester tomorrow, and I'll either be having a mammogram or an ultrasound, is it ultrascan, just to check over and just to make sure that everything is a-okay. And that really, because I had one done 4 years ago, and that really is just giving yourself a well woman check anyway. So roughly, I think it's probably going to cost me about £500, which makes me feel sick at this time, because especially with me having 3 months off and yada yada yada, you know, that situation of being self-employed. However, this is a higher priority than anything. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I want to erase that worrying factor. So this is why I've been a little bit quiet on social. So I've just come out of hospital. I don't know whether you can see it, but this is it. Let me turn you around. So you can't actually see the name on the building, but it's basically Spire Hospital in Manchester. Oh my gosh, I've had that on for roughly around about 2 hours, so God knows how they feel when they work in them. Right, so let me give you. So what happened, as you know, I booked in and I had a lesion on my left boob just below the nipple, so I went along today to see, it makes you out of breath, those masks. So I've just been in hospital. They make your hand sanitized before you go in. They also make you wear your masks. I don't sit down on any chair until I've dettoled it. I make sure that when I go into the rooms, when I'm seeing the doctors, that I ask if they've sanitized the chair as well and the arms, sanitize the bed before I lay down in it, and all that kind of thing. Anyway, COVID aside, that was a very, very good experience in there, I have to say. I saw an amazing man. He was called Dr Lester Barr. He's actually very well known within sort of the breast world, and I had a fabulous experience with him. The nurse was amazing, couldn't have done enough. I asked for an ultrascan just to double check, because he said, listen, there's 99% that this is definitely not breast cancer. He said that it's just something on the skin. He said, however, he said if you want to be 101%, then the ultrasound. So which is what I wanted. So I've just paid, let me show you if I can get the receipt. Where is it? Oh, where have I put it? Anyway, he's given me this, and I'm going to go through it all step by step. You can take to prevent breast cancer. So he's all about prevention of breast cancer. He's been on ITV, he's been on BBC. I thought I recognised him. And a dumb head. I can't find it. I don't know what the hell I've done with it. It's probably gone down one of my other papers. But basically the whole thing was £540. Now I know you might think, eek, that's a lot of money, but let's just delve into this. He's recommended today that from now on that I check his recommendation. Obviously it's his recommendation, but he said that to test every 2 years. So that's what I'm actually going to do going forward. So what does that work out to be? £540. Okay, let's just do a breakdown of that. It roughly comes out at roughly £25 a month for the next 2 years. So I'm actually going to set up a building society just for my boobs. I know that sounds utterly ridiculous, but that's what I'm going to do. So if you are in your 30s and you're going to start doing this when you get to 40, then open up a building society now and put a £5 a month away. And then you've got money that you've saved over 10 years, because you can start getting your breasts checked. And you can start going and having it private instead of waiting to 50 on the NHS. I'm going to read all this for you, so when I stop I'll try and do this tomorrow night. But my outcome is there is nothing sinister in my boobs, which I'm so pleased with, and everything has gone really well, and I've had a really good outcome. And what's sorrowful is that I am elated, but I can imagine so many women that are in that position that don't come out with that good news. Hopefully, I hope, we'll just have to see, but I'm hoping I might even have an interview with one of the doctors about checking your breasts. Lemons, melons, mangoes, muffins, whatever you want to call them, but basically that doctor is all about the prevention, so we never get to that point where we're diagnosed. I am, gosh, you know what a softie I am. I could cry because I feel so elated that this is my news, and I'm going back to work tomorrow and I'm going on air and I haven't got any scares now, and I know that I am 100%. So £540, no, I can't afford that because I've just had 3 months without my wage, but my health is so important. I've also missed a day's work this week as well, so I've also missed more income. But let me tell you, my health is far more important. The breast cancer specialist actually gave me this. Now it's back to front on you because I'm filming in selfie mode. But these are steps that you can take to try and prevent getting breast cancer. So the doctor that I saw yesterday, who was absolutely brilliant, Dr Lester Barr, he is all about prevention. A lot of information on there, and at the back they've got some information on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and I'm actually going to leave it down below to help anybody. Obviously I've had a very good outcome and I'm floating on cloud 9 today because I can't tell you how much better I feel, and I could get a little bit teary about it because, but a bit elation, because it has been quite fearful. Even though sort of Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm thinking I don't think I've got it, but there's still that niggle in your mind that you think you have. And what I also shiver with is the women, and let me read the, every year, 53,000 people are diagnosed. That's 145 people a day. And every year we lose a staggering 12,000 women and men to the disease. So I know my little vlog possibly isn't going to make a great deal of difference, but the reason why I wanted to do this, and the reason why I wanted to show you that picture, which I've ummed and ahed, spoken to a couple of people about it. Do I show my picture? Don't I? I don't know what to do. And the reason why I've done it is purely and simply because if it stops one person, or has just one person that catches themselves at stage 1 because they've checked because of this vlog, I'm happy. You take me back 2 years ago, I would never have done this. I would never have spoken to anybody about it apart from my mum and my husband. That's the only people I would have ever spoken about it. I've become more open. The older I've got, the wiser I've got, and the more that I can think that I can spread the word and try and help. So that's why I've done it. And it's taken a lot of thinking to do this vlog. It's taken a lot of thinking to put that picture up. So, because it's been a tough decision this, but a decision I've decided to do to hopefully help others. So let's have a look. So there's 6 steps that you can take. So I'm going to read through all of them, and it's on the pamphlet here. So breast be aware. Learn how to check your breasts and make yourself familiar of how normal they look and feel. Visit the website for the changes to breasts you need to look out for. So that will be on the website that I'm giving below. If you're aged between 47 and 73, take advantage of the breast screening that you were offered in the form of regular mammograms. But remember what I've said is that you can also go, I don't know whether a Spire is near you. I don't know whether it's national. I've got a feeling I think it kind of is. So if you have a look around, maybe just putting a little bit of money away a month. Now I know that's going to be tricky for some people, but if it means going away out with your Chinese takeaway or your Indian takeaway, or not getting a McDonald's every week, then go without that. That's better for your weight anyway, which is one of these things here. And also as well, you're putting money away. Money shouldn't be an obstacle where health is concerned, but I do know money is an obstacle to a lot of people. So I'm not being stupid. I don't want you to think I'm being stupid, but what I want you to do is really think about where you're putting your money. So go without that coffee, go without that cup of cake, that cake and a coffee when you're out with your mum or your sister. So the second one is maintain a healthy weight. Our researchers found that having a body mass index, a BMI of between 18 and 25 lowers your risk of breast cancer. If you're already overweight, losing just 5% of your weight and keeping it off can reduce your risk substantially by between 25 and 40%. Eat more fruit and vegetables and whole grains while avoiding processed foods, which is obviously like your takeaway that I've just been talking about, which are often high in sugar and fat. You'll find more dietary advice on the website. I'm going to give you that detail as well, or please ask our diet and lifestyle. Please ask for our diet and lifestyle leaflet. Step 3 is be physically active. Aim for 5 exercise sessions a week lasting 30 to 45 minutes. Our researchers found that as well as reducing the development of breast cancer, exercise can actually lower the risk of the disease coming back, a reoccurrence, if you've already been diagnosed. So that's interesting. It's on this pamphlet. And then we've got step 4, drink sensibly. Alcohol risks the actually increases the risk of breast cancer. If you choose to drink, you can help your risk of developing breast cancer from alcohol low by limiting your intake to only 14 units a week. The more you cut down on alcohol, the more you reduce your risk. Spread your drinks evenly throughout the week. If you'd like to cut down, try having several drink-free days each week. Step 5, so your hormones. Research has found a link between estrogen hormone and breast cancer. Aim to stop using oral contraceptives when around 30 years old. Speak to your GP about the alternatives available to you. Limit the use of hormone replacement, which is HRT, to a short time and avoid using this continuously for years. Breastfeeding can help lower your risk of breast cancer, and we recommend that if possible, you breastfeed your baby for at least 6 months. And gene testing is step 6, and if several of your family members have had breast or ovarian cancer, or your mother or sister was diagnosed with a disease before the age of 50, you may want to discuss gene testing with your GP. It is important that you undergo proper counselling before making any decisions about being tested. Should you carry the gene that increases breast cancer risk, it's likely that you'll be offered a range of preventative options going forward, including regular screening. There's a lot of information to take in there, but check your breast, that's what I'm saying. So this week I've had a brilliant outcome, but the start of the week was a horror, as you've seen from the pictures. The GP wanted to see me straight away, but after looking at it, he said, but I always state nobody has x-ray vision. It's not that I don't trust, it's that I want it in writing and in pictures to say that I definitely didn't have it, because it would have pondered on my mind for so long. That money is, yes, very expensive, but actually very little if we actually look at it in the grand scheme of things. You know, a lot of people will go and spend that sort of money on a handbag. It's much better to get your health checked, but put away for your health. I hope you found this interesting. Like I say, I've been umming and ahhing about whether I should do this. I knew I was going to film myself, but I was umming and ahhing of whether I was going to actually put it out. I've decided to do that. I decided absolute definite today, because I've been very, very quiet on vlogging. I've been very quiet on all my social, as you probably noticed. And like I said, if it helps one person, then I feel like I've done a job. So good luck. Check yourself. Put away for your health, or get some health insurance, or get some private insurance for your health, and all the best. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe as well and be part of my YouTube family. I would love to have you on board, and I love you lots, and I'll see you on the next vlog. Love you.